Okay, so for anybody paying close attention there, you realize I've forgotten to do one very important step, which um, is making things a little bit weird in Unity. And so if we take a look at what we've brought in, we have this chair over to the left here. And we want it ideally to look like the one over to the right, which is acting as expected. The weird thing that's happening here is you can see my light source right here, is that my shadows are reversed, right? And they're like kind of reversed. There are some shadows happening in an expected way, but then also there are shadows that are on the top of this surface as well. So it's complicated and it's messed up. And what's happened in Blender is that my normals, the things that are calculating the way that the light will interact with these meshes are it's all messed up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back there. It's a very simple thing to fix, but it's something I just tend to forget, and then I bring it in and realize the error of my ways. And so I've got my chair here. It looks pretty fantastic in Blender. I'm going to switch over to edit mode, and I'm going to go ahead and select all of these things here. Actually, whoops, I want to make sure that I've got both of these selected here. So I've got both my chair and my ball selected because they're both afflicted with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that my mesh normals are recalculated on the outside. So here we go. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to export this again. File, export, FBX. Our settings are still okay. You can see there's the other one I made there just to put it in space. So let me give this another name like this. Export that, FBX. And now what we'll do is we'll go over to Unity. We'll take this chair 3. We'll bring it in. And now we'll bring this into the space right here. And you can see it's acting as expected, right? It's reacting to our light. So if I take my directional light here and I choose to spin it around a little bit, right, I get a much more predictable way of interacting with the light. There we go. That's great. And you can see here that these are the colors that I brought in from Blender. They look a little bit closer to what I was expecting now, which is also really great.